What's up, YouTube? Back with another video reaction. I had to check out, see what type of stories this person got again. It's kind of interesting to me, not gonna lie. So today we checking out Ashley Inc. again. Again, forgive me if I'm saying the wrong name. That's her name right there, if you can see it. And without a further ado, let's get to it.
Shout out to Marlo, shout out to Marlo, shout out to Marlo. And really made it beat it shit, it beat it shit.
All right, y'all, welcome back to Spooky Scary Storytime, the series where we share listeners' allegedly true stories about the creepiest or most unsettling experiences that they've ever had. And if you'd like to submit a story, you can do that at dogoodstaybad.com, the website. All of these stories came from real people who are mostly just looking for advice or opinions or thoughts and feedback on what they experienced, because most people say they have no explanation for whatever they encountered. All of today's episodes' stories have the common theme of not quite human or just things being a little bit off. And side note, I saw the new Pixar Disney movie Hoppers. I don't know if it's Disney Pixar. It might just be Pixar. Hoppers last night at a drive-in, my first drive-in experience. And that was a really, really weird movie to be watching while working on this episode, because it was essentially dealing with the transfer of consciousness from animals to humans. We took my toddler to see it, okay? So
I just watched it yesterday. And yeah, they know what they be doing, man. Different kingdoms and shit. Come on now. Government president don't exist. It's all about kingdoms, man.
wasn't like I was going with the expectation of forming a conspiracy theory, but it was a little bit strange because there was even a part in which the animal had transferred its consciousness into like a world leader or like a politician who was trying to like control everyone else. And I just thought it was weird. You know, people always say that there's truth in fiction. Hollywood always plays in our faces. And so some of the stories in today's episode actually deal with that exactly. And I'm not saying that. While we're on the topic of Hollywood, do I have the story for you? Okay, this is coming from a woman who's claiming to be the side piece of an actor who is publicly in a relationship, but he's telling her that it's not a real relationship and it's just for his public-facing persona. He's also telling her that he's 400 years old and is immortal. Before I get into the story, though, I have to read you a legal disclaimer from my lawyer. This story, as well as all other stories shared on Spooky Scary Storytime, was submitted by a listener and is being shared for storytelling and entertainment purposes only. Names and identifying details have been altered or omitted. There is no way to verify the claims made in this story, and they should be taken as personal experience, not fact. This content does not reflect the views or beliefs of the creator, aka me. Any resemblance to real individuals is purely coincidental and is not intended as statement of fact. Oh, now that all that said, this woman writes me. She goes, "Hey, I have been seeing this actor since 2022. I have proof. Here's proof." She's in her like mid to late 20s. He's significantly older. He is also single at the time that they are meeting, and they're talking, hanging out all the time, but he's telling her that he can't be in a public relationship with her because he's in a conservatorship. Over the next couple years, they grow close. They're still talking all the time. They're still seeing each other all the time. He ends up telling her that he's falling in love with her. He also reveals personal details about himself, like that he struggles with depression and bipolar disorder. He is honest with her about his relationships. He tells her that he's been hooking up off the record with an A-list singer, we'll say, and said A-list singer is also a lot younger than him. And so the person who sent this story says, "Oh, I didn't know that she was interested in people like you. I never saw her date anybody like you." And he says, "Well, she's actually not the age that she says she is. She's a lot older." This conversation is sort of where her relationship with him gets a little bit creepy, because he starts telling her all sorts of things like, "Well, you know, a lot of people like me are not really our real ages like we say that we are. We're a lot older. I'm 400 years old. I've actually been a few other people in my life. As for example, I have been an old country singer that is no longer with us." And she says, "Well, that doesn't make sense because
And we're just gonna do this about 2 stories with her, then check out another video, guys.
he was alive up until X year when you were also alive." And he says, "Yeah, well, in order to act human, we still have to play different roles. We have to kill off certain characters." At this point, she thinks he's messing with her. So she goes, "So you're telling me you're not this person, you're telling me that you're this country singer?" And he says, "Well, I'm kind of both in one, but I've also been other people." And he names another old actor who is no longer with us. And he says, "Well, I'm also this person and this person who are currently still alive." And she says, "Well, that doesn't make sense because you have been in movies with this person and this person." He says, "Yeah, one of them was me and the other one was a clone." At this point, she's hooked. She wants to know more, right? Because she's like, what is this guy going to reveal to me, whether he's lying to me or not, right? But she's like, "I'm not really following." And he says, "Well, I can essentially shapeshift. I can become more than one person, but other people have to stand in for those roles." She goes, "Well, can you prove it?" He goes, "How would I prove it to you?" And she goes, "Okay, fair enough." And they stop talking for the night. At this point, they're not together. They are in their respective homes across the country from each other.
But
This is where it gets weird, okay? Because later he messages her and he says, "Hey, I figured out a way that I can prove it to you." And send her a lizard, and there is a big fat lizard on her back patio step. I don't know where she lives. I don't know if a lizard being on her porch is normal. I don't know if he had her address even. I don't know if he's ever been to her house, okay? But she goes in to get her phone. She comes back out. She's watching the lizard. The lizard runs off the porch and goes like underneath her house. And he texts her and he says, "Do you believe me now?" Texts him back. She said that could have been a coincidence. And he texts her back and he said, "Then how would I know that you're wearing a blue and white daisy pattern shirt with your hair half up in a ponytail?" Freaked her out, obviously. So she stops texting him as much. She's like, "I think I'm just going to go to bed." He's blowing up her phone. He's saying, "Don't worry about it. I didn't mean to freak you out. I just wanted to find a way to prove it to you. Also, I come to your house sometimes and I protect you while you're sleeping." She reads this message. All of the hair on her body stands up because she had not told him that about a week before this incident, she was in bed one night. Her dog was sleeping on the bed with her, and she said that she was awoken to the sound of what sounded like somebody walking around her room. Opened her eyes and looked around her room but didn't see anybody, thought she was just imagining it, maybe dreaming, rolled over, heard her dog start growling, and then swore that she felt somebody tuck her hair behind her ear. She doesn't tell him this. She doesn't text him back, but he texts her again and he says, "I actually really love you. I don't want to scare you. I want you to know that I'm protecting you from things that are evil. I'm not evil. I'm just what I am." Little more time goes on. She's slowed down on how much she's talking to him. Obviously, she's still kind of talking to him, hasn't seen him in a minute. He's still trying to talk to her any chance he can. She's kind of keeping him at an arm's length, though. But then it comes out that he is in a public relationship. And so she's like, "That's weird. You didn't tell me you were in a relationship." And she starts to call him out on it. And he says, "That's not really a real relationship." It was essentially a PR move because there have been some other headlines about him coming out, and I can't really say much more than that. This new relationship is essentially to distract people from those headlines. He said, "I don't know if he's a narcissist who is lying to me and just seeing what he can get away with telling me and what I'll believe, or I don't know if there's any truth to this." But he also tells her that the whole idea of celebrities having clones, they do, but it's not because they've been cloned. It's just that they use them essentially as body doubles. Way to split souls. So she's still talking to him as far as I know. Make of this what you will. And can't prove any of this, can't say that any of this is factual. This is just a place to share stories.
Everything is everything. Fairy tales are real, bro.
A wealthy client of mine in Los Angeles asked me if I would feel comfortable sharing my face. And I don't know if I'm overreacting, but I feel like I was almost dragged into something that I wanted no part of. This Book is Here Storytime submission came from a co-owner of a hair salon in Los Angeles. And she said that she's been in this industry for a long time. She's had all sorts of clients, rich, famous, everything under the sun, but she's never had anything like this happen. We're going to call the girl who's in this story Cece, okay? Cece said that she didn't want to reveal her real name or her salon name for obvious reasons, okay? But it all started when this one woman walks in to her salon one day and she requests Cece by name at the reception desk. And Cece is busy with a client. Of course, she's been doing this for a long time. She has a long list of clients who come to see her regularly, and she's booked out for a while. So the receptionist relays this to this woman, and this woman's like, "I really need to get in to see her, like tonight if possible. I have a big event this weekend, and I saw her Instagram, and I need her to do my hair." Cece is within earshot, but she's busying herself with her client and letting the receptionist take over. And the receptionist's like, "Sorry, I really can't do anything for you. She doesn't really take walk-ins. You're going to have to make an appointment. I can put you on the list, blah, blah, blah." And the woman's like, "I don't really care what it costs. If she has any cancellations, will you please have her call me before this date that weekend?" So the receptionist takes her information. She's like, "Sure." Well, it turns out Cece does have a cancellation, and the receptionist calls, and this woman ends up coming in. When she walks in, Cece could tell that she was very wealthy. She was carrying a very nice bag. She was very well dressed, not flashy by any means, but she was also like chaotic, just chaotic energy. What they were doing to her hair was nothing dramatic. It was something Cece could handle, and she was happy to take her. But the woman sits in the chair, she asks for wine, and then she starts like spilling, and she's like, "I'm so happy that you could take me. I have this big event this weekend. I work for X, Y, and Z client, big name in Hollywood. You wouldn't believe me if I told you." And Cece's like, "Okay." And she said that she's had entertainment industry adjacent people in there before. It's not really a big deal for her. But this woman's like, "Well, okay, I'll tell you." Cece said it was an impressive name, but she's just there to do her hair. She doesn't really care. And she's like, "Oh, okay, wow, what's the event this weekend? Is it like a red carpet event or something that you needed your hair done for?" And this woman's like, "No, it's nothing like that. It's one of the events that they don't photograph." Because you would be shocked at what people sign just to be in that room. And Cece's like, "Okay, NDA culture, you know, whatever." And this woman's like, "No, I mean it." She kind of spends the rest of the appointment just like texting on her phone furiously, like she's taking phone calls, kind of obnoxious, but she could tell that she was still kind of working as she's getting her hair done. And at one point she looks up and she's looking at Cece in the mirror and she goes, "Do you like working here? You kind of have the face that they like." And Cece's like, "Yeah, you know, I've worked really hard to get where I'm at. I'm actually part owner of the salon." I was like, interesting. Okay, that's good. I like you, Cece. You're the type of person that doesn't ask questions. That's what they need. She said she didn't really know how to take this. She was just like, "Oh, okay." And this woman goes back to texting on her phone. They finish the appointment. The woman's extremely happy with it. She pays, she tips her fabulously. She leaves. Next day, she's checking her client list or appointment log or whatever terms the hair industry uses. And she sees that this woman has already made another appointment for 6 weeks from that date. Cece's like, okay, cool, new client, you know, whatever. And one of the girls that had been there the night before is there, and she's like, what was that lady's deal? And Cece's like, oh, she said she works for this celebrity, and she had an event, and I don't know, she was a little chaotic, but she was fine. The girl that works for her is like, well, does she actually work for the client? So they look her up, and she, in fact, does work for this person. She's even in some, like, press photos with this celebrity. Cece's like, cool, she's legit. She's chaotic, but she's legit. 6 weeks pass, this woman comes back. She sits in Cece's chair, and she starts talking to Cece like she's an old friend. And this time she also brings her own wine, so she's a little just unraveled. Cece's like, how was your event? And the woman's like, oh my gosh, it was fabulous. It went so well. It was everything that they wanted. Cece's just nodding. She's doing her hair, and the woman pipes up again. She goes, you know, there's just some places that you can't go unless you're invited. And I don't mean like parties. I mean like you have to be really invited. Would you ever be interested in doing something like that? Before Cece can even answer, this woman pipes up again, and she goes, well, of course it's about confidentiality. Like, would you consider yourself a confidential person? It's not so much about talent these days. It is about compliance. She says compliance is what makes you successful. How do you feel about that, Cece? Cece goes, oh, I don't know. You know, like I said, I'm pretty happy where I'm at. Like, I've worked really hard to get here. And she goes again, I really like you, Cece. You know, you're the type of person that doesn't ask too many questions, and that's what they need. Cece's just nodding along, thinking like maybe this woman is intoxicated and has no idea what's coming out of her mouth right now because she already told me that. But this woman's like, would you ever be interested in seeing the type of events that don't get photographed? And Cece's like, do you mean for work? Do you mean like you need, you know, people that need their hair done? The woman just flatly says no. And she goes, okay, well, what do you mean then? And she goes, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. She says, why I think you would fit in there is because you're already successful. You're not desperate. And that's what they need right now. And at this point, Cece's like, who are they? So she just goes, I'm sorry, I'm really not following. And the woman goes, it's fine. And she just goes back to texting, you know, doing the same thing, taking phone calls. They finish the appointment. Again, this woman's really happy with it. She pays, she tips generously. And then she goes, will you step outside with me for a second? I have a very personal question to ask you. Cece's thinking it has to do with an NDA. Maybe she's about to ask her to handle a celebrity client or something that requires confidentiality. So she steps outside, and there's people walking around, but nobody really within earshot. And this woman leans in and she says, you have a kid, right? And Cece, it stops her in her tracks because she has never told this woman anything about her personal life. She doesn't post her child on social media. Even if this woman did follow her on social media, it's not like she would have seen the child anywhere because she keeps it strictly professional on there. She doesn't have any photos of her child in the salon anywhere. She said she just always keeps her professional and her personal life very, very separate. And so when she says this, her stomach drops a little bit, and she goes, yeah, I do. Why? And this woman goes, well, that complicates things a little bit, but it's fine. Says you would still consider yourself a confidential person though, right? And Cece's like, well, yeah, I run a business, you know, I have to. Still kind of waiting for this offer. But the offer doesn't come. The woman says, okay, I'm going to book another appointment in like 6 weeks. I'll see you then. Thank you so much. You did great. Next time she comes in, there's no wine, there's no small talk. She just sits in the chair and she doesn't really say anything to Cece. She's just on her phone, and Cece just assumes that she's busy with work or something, and she kind of let the past conversation go, thinking again, maybe she just had a little bit too much wine. There's another client and another stylist in a chair very close to them, but after they walk away, the woman looks at Cece in the mirror and she says, would you ever feel comfortable sharing your face? Cece says, what? And she says, like lending it out. But of course there would be things that you had to sign before we got to that point. And Cece says, I'm not sure what you're inferring here. I'm sorry. Like, can you elaborate a little bit on what you mean? And the woman just looks at her and she says, I think I've already said too much. Cece tries to laugh it off, but the woman doesn't laugh. And she says, you know, there's people in life that can get you anywhere you want to go. And all you have to do is know to say yes to the right question. She says, I can tell you're not ready. But if anyone ever asks, we just talk about hair, right, Cece? And Cece's like, yes. And then the woman stands up, like the appointment's over, even though she's not nearly done. And the woman says, I think we're done here. Cece's like, are you sure? Like, there's still a lot of stuff we have to do. And the woman says, no, I think I misjudged you. I'd like to pay, please. She pays. She tips a standard amount, not generously like she had before, and she leaves. And after that, there was no word from her, no bookings, no calls, no contact, nothing. Cece said, while it's not the scariest story, she was sharing this to see what everybody thought this woman's deal was, because when this woman left, she was like, what the actual F was that? She said it did not feel like this woman was venting. It felt like she was telling her secrets, or like hinting at secrets, and trying to gauge how much she would be willing to go along with. She said she has gone over it a million times in her head and still has no idea who they were and what this woman meant when she asked if she would be willing to share her face.
What if you could taste the movies?
We turned that.
So, second video, y'all. This is Infinite. Let's see what he got. I want to watch some scary shit.
I think you know what time it is. It's scary TikTok time. I'm ready. Are you ready? Get your diapers on. It's about to get spooky.
Friendly reminder to always be aware of your surroundings. Oh.
Can I help you?
No. You all good. I'm trying to make her chill.
I'm good.
No. I got you. She is mad. She wants to be. I just want to talk to her. That's it.
Then you can go over there.
Okay.
Oh,
It's not gonna get inside. I know. Look at
That guy had very bad intentions. You could just tell. Oh. And then he comes back and knocks on the door. Oh, nah, bro. Lock your freaking doors.
That man about to lock in on you. What's it? Get your ass.
Okay, wait, look. We're gonna watch that back. Look at what he does before, like, look, she notices that there's a guy behind him. Look what he does. The way he was about to approach her. He, like, stepped into it and then he stopped because she turned around. I don't know, that's crazy, though. What time is this? This is only 8 p.m. It's not even that late. I mean, I guess it's dark, though. That's why I have a wireless hole puncher on me at all times. What? Why does that have 148,000 likes? Wait, what does that mean? Like a fist? Like a punch holes? I don't know, bro. Am I stupid? Whatever. We're TikTok. These are gonna get creepy.
Somebody show me a basement that's scarier than mine.
Hello.
Oh.
This is my submission for the scary basement cover. This is why I come to do my laundry.
Okay, wait, real quick. I never had a scary basement as a kid. I never did. We had a basement, but it wasn't like scary or anything. It wasn't like that type of basement. It was just like a downstairs area where like you'd hang out at. I don't know. But basement, they should just not be a thing.
Which isn't really scary until you open
Okay, you got a
any
gym,
one of the
nice.
doors along the basement walls. Let me
Oh, this
just
doesn't look
show
that bad.
you what's behind door number 1? Well, would you have a look at
Oh,
all that?
what the?
Door number 1 features
What
a
are
room
you
full of
doing?
antique junk that's been here for probably 100 years or more.
Oh,
so
nah.
much antique junk that although I grew up in this house, I just found out in recent years that there's actually
One of the antique junks definitely haunted.
another room past the wall of said antique junk. Door number 2 is going to require some flash.
What's behind door number 2? Oh my god, it just gets
Not
worse.
brave enough at the moment
Fully
to step
just gets
inside,
worse.
So you're gonna just have to trust my word when I tell
Hoarder
you
much?
There's a trap door that drops down from the ceiling in the back corner. All right.
What?
About door number 3?
Bro, what is this house that you live in?
Huh. Yeah, that one is just a concrete wall built in front of the doorway for some reason, which. Okay, but
Doesn't
we
that make
did
you
find some
curious though?
creepy
Like, go
stuff in
behind
there.
it.
And lastly, let's
Check it
have a
out.
look behind
Show
door
us.
number 4.
Oh, hell.
It's just gross looking.
Your eyes didn't deceive you. Those were little hallways along the foundation of my house. Now,
Wait, what? This little hallway? Ugh.
no, your eyes didn't deceive you.
They Among Us.
Okay, this
Those
is weird.
were little hallways along the foundation of my house. Now, my basement isn't just creepy because of all the junk, which yes, I am trying to clean out, and if you've seen my videos before, you might even notice some improvement over here, but it's also creepy because of all the hidden spaces, the creepy things I've found down here, and the creepy experiences I've had. So, it's just a whole lot of creepiness down here.
You never know who lived in a house before you. They might have done some bad things down there. Why was there a blocked off doorway with concrete wall? Like, what happened in that room? That's what I want to know, bro. Interesting. Surveillance footage recorded at an active tugboat station. What is that thing? Is that a whale? Or a shark? What? That's all we get, bro? That's actually freaky. OMG, it's a harmless basking shark. Better call in the Navy. Basking sharks are harmless. Oh, okay. It does look spooky, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, even if it's harmless, I don't want to go near it. Not gonna lie.
¿Algunas veces les ha pasado a ustedes mientras pescan? Cuenten sus relatos
El
pescadores.
pollo? Sorry, that's like the only Spanish word I know. Bro, is that Aquaman? Holy, he's fast. Hey, yo, you better hope your boat doesn't run out of gas, bro. Holy. Is that a freaking mermaid? Is that...
Going fast as fuck. What the fuck? Oh, yeah.
Is that Aquaman? Holy, he's fast. Hey, yo, you better
Grab the full film, boy.
hope your boat doesn't run out of gas,
I forget what I just said.
bro. Holy. Is that a freaking mermaid? Is that Jason Bourne? He is zooming. What the heck is that? Es una petula son muy peligroso de noche. Okay, yeah. What he said. Make sure you lock your sliding glass door. Oh, there's someone out there. You saw that? There's someone out there.
Yeah, she's scared.
What happened?
They're faithful. Ain't no way, nigga, they're comfortable. Ain't no way.
You didn't lock it. You. Oh my. Look, you can literally see him. Look.
He said you didn't lock it, you idiot. You better say you idiot.
I'm gonna sneeze. Hold on. You better bless me in the comments. Oh my god. Oh, I better see you commenting right now, bro. I better see you commenting. Let's go to my last video, read the comments real quick. After 2 weeks, man, come on, we've been waiting. Hey, I'm sorry, okay? I'm sorry. I need to lock in on this channel. You didn't keep your promise. You didn't post for 1 week straight, bro. I know, dude. I'm sorry. Hello, my friend Kalis. Hello. How you doing? Okay, here we go.
Pick a door.
Pick a door. Okay. I'm picking red door. You guys pick blue door, okay? So this is all you guys. Blue is you, red is me. 50 hours. Okay, this is you.
Midnight Diner. You are sitting in a perfectly preserved, empty 1950s diner with
Okay.
red walls and chrome tables.
Seems fine so far.
Unsettlingly cheerful waiter with unnaturally wide eyes will periodically approach your table. If he asks for your order, you must immediately point to the untouched milkshake in front of you. If you try to order anything else or refuse the milkshake, he will eternally refill your glass with a thick, black, oily liquid.
Door 2.
The floating...
I mean, that doesn't sound too bad, honestly. It does not sound too bad. I think you guys got lucky.
Man, as soon as I see the nigga smile, boom! What you smiling for? Smiling too hard, boy.
If you play games without WeMod, you're missing out. It's so easy, anyone can do it. Mods let you play games.
It's just a little creepy. Let's see my fate.
Lily pond. You are resting on a giant, soft lily pad floating peacefully on a shimmering calm pond. The air
Yes!
perfectly of sweet blossoms, and gentle fireflies dance in the twilight. A friendly, glowing golden frog occasionally hops onto your lily pad.
Oh my god!
Sweet berries and fresh dewdrops. There are no insects. Congratulations, you are safe.
Losers! Have fun with your creepy milkshake, man. Let's go, dude. I won one finally. Let's freaking go. Sorry, I picked your fate for you, but that's just how it is. So, I mean, honestly, both aren't like bad. Like the milkshake one's fine. You just have to always accept the milkshake, and you should be fine. I like those as fun. Okay, friendly reminder to lock your doors. Yep. Who is this lady? Was that a knife in her mouth? No. Oh heck no. She's checking under the doormats for keys. Okay. Never put your keys under the doormats, obviously. Dude, oh my god, that face is truly horrifying. Look at that. Look at that.
This shit could be fake. She probably doing out there. Big crack eyes.
That is so freaking scary, dude. Look at her face.
This is straight up a horror film.
True, bro. It is. That is actually scary, bro. Yo, hire that girl to play a scary girl in a horror film. Whatever. Let's move on. Biscuit playing at the park before bed. Yo, why does it kind of look like my dog? This is my dog, by the way. Kind of looks like him, bro. I'm not gonna lie. It's just a lot bigger. That is terrifying. Dang, I didn't think dogs would be scary, but that is really scary. I am not gonna lie. Yo. Last time I'm ever sleeping in my car. Genuinely, WTF is outside. What am I looking at? Wait, look. There's no one there, right? And then he goes to the left, goes back, and there's someone there. Right there. Wait. Detective Kalis at work once again. Let's put that into Photoshop. Do a little brightening. Oh, that didn't do anything. Dang it, I suck at being a detective. Well, he's dead. Moving on. What the? Okay, bro's just living in Jurassic Park. What was that? Is that not a dinosaur?
Tết hôm nay còn tươi lắm, mới lấy ngoài chợ về, nhìn thì ngon chứ thật ra cũng tanh, nắng mùi lắm. Công việc này.
It says hashtag dragon in the captions, by the way.
Ăn cho con rồng ấy, mà nó thì chưa thuận được, lúc nào cũng gầm gụ, trước lao ra cản người. Thành ra cái show này nặng ghê.
What is this video, bro? Does bro have a dragon pet?
Thấy muốn nuốt người rồi, không dám mở cửa luôn á.
Dragging these. I'm not gonna finish the sentence. I was gonna say dragging these nuts up. No. That's gotta be fake, bro. What is that? He's kind of cute. Oh, he's kind of cute. Yeah, I kind of like him. You gotta name him Greg. Excuse me, next video. Oh, thank you. The time I woke up and my grandma was watching me sleep. Oh, that would be.
I had the flash on. Stop lying, man.
Yeah, would be strange, but I mean, my grandma's not scary. I'm not scared of my grandma, so I don't know. Like, it would be weird though, but it's not like I'm scared of her. So, shout out to all the grandmas out there. Shout out to all the grandmas right now who are watching this video. Is there any? Shout out to you. Shout out to Ruth. Shout out to Gertrude. Shout out to Susan. All of y'all. Wondering why the cats are looking at the hallway. Oh. Nah. Oh my god, there is someone there. There's literally a outline. Yo, that's freaky. I do not like that. Yo, there's someone in your house, bro. There's someone in your house, and your cats are not... Well, I guess they did help. They did help. But they're not going to protect you. Guys, I think I drove a little too far. Oh. Yeah, that's one of the back rooms. Endless suburbia. Yikes. That'd kind of be cool though, but like, bro, imagine living in that neighborhood. Oh, that'd be so weird. Like, I just feel like that's like the Truman Show. You ever seen that? Like, this neighborhood is like, you are a part of the Truman Show. Being home alone and seeing something peek out from the basement stairs.
Something was peeking. Right out. From the basement.
Yo, I'm scared.
I wanted to see if we can catch it.
I might have to do some detective work on this video. It's very dark.
But it was like right by the back.
What was that?
What the?
Don't take me with you. Don't take me with you.
It's been the third morning in a row.
Ooh.
Like clockwork.
Uh-oh.
I have to look back, but it might be around the same times as well. I don't understand.
Do you hear that? Do you hear that?
There's nothing.
Someone was talking.
And then I was hearing steps coming down those stairs, but there's nothing.
Someone is talking. Oh, heck nah. Oh, this is so freaky.
I don't know, guys. Maybe we can try.
I heard something. I'm not gonna turn around. Nigga, you feel me? Man, somebody behind his ass.
What was that?
Oh my god. I was expecting a jump scare, bro. The whispering is actually so scary. Holy. Have you guys had any weird experiences like this? Let me know in the comments. I want to read if you've had anything. I've never had a creepy, like, ghost anomaly weird experience. I've never. I don't know. Let me know if you have. I found the Mothman. It's just an owl, bro. It's just a little nice little owl.
Nah, that's the Undertaker.
Look at him, bro. He's kind of cool. Owls are awesome. Oh, that might be the Mothman. Never mind. He is literally growling at you. He has not blinked, bro. The Mothman, you better watch out, bro. You better watch out. That one time me and my friends were driving down back roads at, oh, okay, hold on, let me pause it. Down back roads at 2 in the morning playing creepy music and someone ran across the road on all fours. Oh, nah.
I bet you do.
Why are you playing creepy music to begin with, bro? You're just trying to get in the horror mood? It's a Nightcrawler. Really common near where I live. Okay, Moon Princess Luna Ranter. Okay. You're just so cool.
They're common. Don't even worry about the Nightcrawlers. Don't even worry about them. Just feed them cheese.
That, my dear, is a crawler. It's a creature of America. Very common in South and the West. Shut, bro. No. Not y'all casually seeing the rake. Yeah, not common. Stop saying it's common, bro. Wait, maybe Nightcrawler is a thing. It's Jake Gyllenhaal. Oh, okay. So Jake Gyllenhaal was literally just crawling on the street? The more you know. That's awesome. Stick bug? What are these videos, bro? Ew. Oh, there's Mothman. Found him.
Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him. Found him
That looks like a praying mantis. I don't like this song. It's so creepy. Ooh. This is creatures from different multiverses. Oh my god, that is scary. That is freaky. Bro, what if people were that tall, though? Think about it. Like, that's just a different multiverse, bro. These are all just different multiverses that probably exist somewhere. What?
Yeah. I'm gonna start right there. But I got some real video coming for y'all. Creepy shit, man. So stay tuned, man. And again, I'll catch you next time on Raku Reaction Z.
Don't stress out, honey, get through the flame. Don't burn out, shout out to my lady, cause she stay down, and I don't do a fuck when they saying now. Ain't got a small pop, cause I rejected by my that shit really hurt me. She beside that shit.